Yes, guys, Jim Rat back in the house with topic number 2. And it's a film review. Fantastic film from the Predator franchise called Prey.
Banging film.
Yeah, been getting a lot of hype and deservedly so. I enjoyed that film.
Yeesh, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
Yes. It's so good, even my missus really enjoyed it.
And he gave it a solid 10 out of 10.
Yes, she did. But I thought this was a welcome addition to the Predator franchise. The franchise has been lacking for a long time. I thought the last decent film they made, I wouldn't say it's great, but the last decent film they made was the Alien vs Predator first one.
We differ on this one, but
I liked it. And a lot of people did like it.
What you talking about, Adelaide?
Hence why they made a sequel, which was completely crap. But that was the last, I think, decent entry into the franchise. Obviously, the best one's Predator, the first one.
Son of a bitch.
I personally like Predator 2.
I don't mind Predator 2.
I personally like Predator 2.
It's not up there, but
it's not up there. I agree, but I liked it. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. I like Alien vs Predator. The rest can,
Predators was okay. It wasn't good, but it was okay. I could say that it's a solid 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
it had moments.
It had moments, and it had a couple of decent actors in there. Obviously, my man Lawrence Fishburne was smashing it, and Adrian Brody.
I always love the Samurai Showdown. I always love that bit.
Oh yeah.
That's a beautiful bit. That's a beautiful bit.
But anyway, Prey.
The film we're here to review before we got for a
Yes, exactly. So Prey happens during the when America's basically been colonized by the French and a few other
during
people.
the 1700s people.
1700s, that's right. Not why you know that.
Yeah.
But basically a Native American tribe, I think the Comanches, aren't they?
Yes.
Comanches. They are living life, and there's a girl there who wants to be a hunter. And so she wants to go on this hunt to prove herself and so on and so forth. And her brother and his friends are like, no, you're a woman, blah, 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 blah. Actually, not so much you're a woman, just you're not ready.
You're not ready yet.
Yeah, it actually wasn't. The fact that she was a woman didn't come into it. It was just that you were not ready.
No, especially from the opening scene when she gets kicked to be woken up. Like,
right,
get
exactly,
up.
Yeah. So, because you could see that as well, because remember when she has a scuffle with some of the boys and she brooks them up. And it wasn't like they were shamed. We got beat up by. It was just like, we got beat up by.
It's almost like it's happened before.
Kind of thing. So it wasn't no big deal. Do you know what I mean? But she goes on a hunt with her brother for the mountain lion.
Yes.
And the mountain lion kind of gets her in a position on a tree, and she falls over, gets knocked out, and she ends up back in the camp. With her family and that, because her brother carried her back.
It's like, you're ready. No, you're not ready.
Yeah, you're not ready. So then she goes out again, doesn't she?
Yes. And
do you want to take it from there?
Yeah, she goes out again. At this point, she's going hunting for something she believes she's seen that no one else has seen, aka the Predator. And while she goes out by herself, some of the tribe come and look for her. She gets into a scuffle with the tribe. She breaks free from the tribe, and then she gets chased by a bear, big old grizzly. And this big old grizzly, unfortunately, tries to bite off more than he can chew. And that is a big old showdown with the Predator, which was absolutely beautiful.
I'll tell you what that scene reminded me of. When Thanos beat up Hulk.
It's like,
easy work.
Light work. It's the moment he just turns aside, just literally right hand cross, done. I was like, oh. But so she watches this Predator take out the bear, and at this point she realizes, okay, I have definitely seen this thing now. She runs back to to tell the others, but by this point, unfortunately, it's too late, and the predator now starts to basically take apart some of her tribe. She then runs into what I originally thought was her brother, but Larry schooled me it wasn't, so I was wrong. And as they're running through like a huge field, the brother gets taken out, and then she's left for herself. She falls into a bear trap. The predator turns up. You're no longer a threat to me. And then she's found by the French colonizers. She then gets taken captive. They also take her brother captive. During the captivity, they cut her brother as a way of torture, and they use both of them as bait because they're also trying to catch the predator. But lo and behold, the predator rocks up and marks them like a motherfucker. Takes out all of the French colonizers with ease, and at some point with absolute hilarity, because the kills in this movie are beautiful. Spot on.
The colonizers did trap it though. They did get it in the trap. They did trap
it, but they stupidly thought they had it trapped. You didn't when you got the predator.
It's the predator. Come on.
In fact, it's almost the same way they try to trap it in the original, because he does get caught in a net.
Yes. But, that's true.
And then he breaks free, murks them, and then it's down to what's left of Naru and her brother as they try to defeat it. And it's got a beautiful ending when Naru's left basically defeating the predator and therefore completing I
can't remember what it's called, but it's basically her right to be a hunter.
Right passage as a hunter. And then she brings back the predator's severed head, and she brings back a very well-known gun, which for all of you that do know the Predator franchise, with 1719 inscribed upon the side of it. 1715 inscribed upon it from Predator 2. Danny Glover gets handed a gun after he defeats one.
Which begs because we had this discussion when we saw
how
it again.
How does it get back to the Predators?
Right, because because if you remember, it was the Predator that was watching Danny Glover fight the other Predator that handed it to him, the elder Predator, should we say, that then handed it to him as a prize. And that's supposed to be the same gun. So that means that another Predator must have come, defeated the tribe,
murked all the tribe,
took the gun, and then that's how they have back. So that's what it implies, anyway.
But Larry, what did you think of Prey?
I enjoyed it. I knew I was going to enjoy it based on the reviews of certain other guys that we trust, Jeremy Jones, John Campea, blah blah blah. But I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. It was absolutely a fantastic watch. The film wasn't too long, which was fantastic as well. It could have been a bit longer. I wouldn't have minded. The film was very easy to watch and very easy to understand. Despite the different languages being spoken. And I really liked it. They changed a little bit of the design of the Predator. It's not so bulky, which I like. Gives more movement for the person playing the Predator. And also, I really like the story that they were telling without having to be too in your face with it, as you'd expect with a lot of films nowadays. When you've got a woman as the protagonist, in that sort of setting, you might get the feeling that we're better than men. You get that with a lot of films.
It didn't go walk away.
No, it didn't have that vibe.
It made it grounded.
And
you fully believed in her without having to go, look, we've got a woman as the heroine. No, it's like this girl can handle herself.
Exactly. So I really like that. And I just really like the story. I've said this to Damien, but Damien then did school me that it would be a bit repetitive, but I would like to see the Predator handle itself in different ancient civilizations, like the Zulus.
I call ninjas.
He called ninjas. I called Zulus. We both said Spartans. That'd be interesting, actually. But it could get repetitive, obviously.
The stick would become repetitive real quick.
I would just like to see how different civilizations
would deal with it.
Do you know what I mean?
Big time.
Romans.
In fact, just drop him in East London in like 1990 and see what happens there.
Oh man! So there's a lot that the cinematography was great. The action was really good. You got a lot. I'll let you speak on that. I'll let you speak on that. But if it wasn't a stunt double doing it, which a lot of the scenes we don't think it was.
No.
Hats off to you, Amber Midthunder. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll give that a solid 8.5 out of 10. Solid.
There you go. And that's expecting a Predator sequel to get anything above 5 these days.
Yeah, exactly. So, especially if it's written by Shane Black.
I like you, Shane, but what did you do, Shane, man?
But come on, man.
Kiss
Leave it alone,
bang
man.
to kiss, no thank you. But
so what did you think, bro?
I loved it. When the first trailer came out, I was like, okay, interesting, see what they're doing with here. I wasn't overly pessimistic just because I thought, right, this could be interesting to see it back in time. I didn't expect it to be handled with so much passion as it was. There's some beautiful cinematography in this. Whether it's the moment that she's with the mountain lion on the tree and the way they captured that, right through to, I said before, the first kill that the Predator has with the wolf. And the camera pans around and you see the wolf, and then he just captures it, and then the wolf still thinks he's alive as well. After he cuts his guts out, he stands there, turns around. So I love the way they established the Predator in this. There's so many bits where he's building up to his first proper kills. You can tell it's probably his first time coming down to Earth.
He seems like a very inexperienced Predator.
We're not saying inexperienced, but like it's the first time he's probably been to Earth, so it's his first time experiencing humans. I would have thought because he's checking out the lay of the land with the other kind of predator. He's got to kill other kind of creatures that are there to kill. And then obviously when he comes across the French army, like the way he dismembers them is just beautiful. The moment where he kills the guy and takes off the tree at the same time, and the guy has a little pocket knife. He's like,
and he looks at the knife.
He's like, really? That's what you got? Let me see this. Ching! There's my shield through your neck, through the tree. There goes the tree. Bye head.
And then the guy that was shooting him, and it bounced off him.
It's just, and the way he kind of looks at him like, really? And you could have put some subtitles in the Predator saying dick. There are so many great bits. The action in this is done very, very well. As Larry mentioned earlier, like Amber Midthunder has this sequence with 4 of the French colonizers, and she takes them all out like she's just auditioned for the raid.
That's a good analogy. That's a good analogy.
It's handled so well, and from what I remember, it's all done in one shot.
Yeah, you did mention that, and it did look like the way as well. It didn't look like it was cut or anything.
Not at all. It's all taking place, and she deals with the choreography so well. She deals with the idea of carrying that strength for someone that she's a slight character, but she deals with that so well, and she plays, like Amber Midthunder plays a part of Naru to the point that you're hooked on, like, is she going to survive throughout the entire film? You're always hoping that she's going to make it, but you never know, and that's the making a good storyteller. You want to be hooked as an audience. And there's so many parts, even like you could say it's cheesy, but a bit where she calls out to the dog, Patrick, and she runs to him, and then they kind of take on the Predator together.
When she slices his knees and stuff.
You could go, this looks like, PG Suburban Commando-ish, but actually it works.
It does.
For anyone that's kind of, I don't think anyone is hesitant at this point to see the film because the amount of good praise it's getting. But
big time.
If you are still reluctant to see this movie because you think, hold on a second, it whacked out all the Predator cast in the original. You got Carl Weathers getting murked, you got Jesse Ventura getting murked, and then Schwarzenegger barely survives. And Bill Duke and the rest of it. This makes sense as to why she's able to do what she does. The way they build up to it, the way the Predator is slowly broken down over time.
Also, just on that, the way they depowered the Predator. So if you remember from the first Predator onwards, when the Predator's got that laser triangle sighting, it usually shoots a laser. This time, it didn't shoot a laser, it shoots
guts.
like that. So he's kind of depowered a little bit as well.
His weapons are a little bit more kind of raw and a little less kind of like futuristic.
So it goes back to what you were saying about how it makes sense that she was able to defeat it
by herself. And then on top of that, it's also the fact of when people forget about the first Predator really wasn't about showing, even though when they do the original handshake with Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers at the start, like you're pushing too many pencils. Apart from that,
who didn't love that? As a kid,
you're like, is that what a bicep looks like? Mummy, can I have some of those for Christmas, please? Like when you see that initial handshake, it's supposed to be a send up because the whole idea is these big band of macho guys. Doesn't matter how front cover of Mr. Universe you are, everyone's dying. And it took Schwarzenegger to get dirty, to get muddied up, and to go back to roots of basic hunting like humans used to hunt and gatherers used to do back in the day to be able to survive. And that's what the Indian tribe are. They live off the land, they know the lay of the land better than anyone else, they know how to set traps, and that's why the narrative works, because you believe in the ability these people have, and it's a predator's first time in what is an alien environment to him. So like the beautiful bit where she's running from him and she runs up the tree and he falls on the spikes because he's not expecting that trap.
That was really good.
And then the way she uses his own mask against him, you know, little bits like that. They work really well.
Ingenuity,
Ingenuity, very, very clear in this. And apart from that, like it's very subtle and it doesn't over labor the dialogue, which is good. It's not intensive of like streams of dialogue. They have the poignant bits that you need to know, whether it's Naru going back and those beautiful moments with her mum, which they play really well. But it's just little bits of text. There's not too much dialogue to enable you to kind of follow it, but then you enjoy all of the other parts where you're just playing it without any dialogue.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? And you didn't need to have the subtitles for the French guys, because what they were saying really is not to diss anyone's French, but what they were saying really wasn't that important or integral to the actual narrative, because you understood what was going on. You knew what they were there for. You knew what they were trying to do. You didn't need to really know what they were saying, and that was fine. So if you do speak French and you enjoyed it, great, double for you. But we didn't need to understand it because it worked without it. Bar that, I'd give that a definite solid. I'll possibly push even a 9. I think it's the best Predator sequel since Predator. I think it's the best one.
It's the best one, definitely since Predator.
Definitely since Predator. By far. They respect the hell out of it. I've got a bit of a hang up with the mask. I love the mask.
I will say that, but then it could be argued that, well, not argued, but it can be explained as
it's more futuristic in the next one because of the better technology and whatnot.
Because we've got to figure they're a race of like beings as well, so they're developing their technology as well. It's just that they're just more advanced than we are. Do you know what I mean? We thoroughly enjoyed it. That's a big thumbs up from the GRP, you know.
Big thumbs up. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
So guys, listen, let us know what you thought of Prey. We thoroughly enjoyed it. I know Leon thoroughly enjoyed it as well. He's watched it. Yeah, he's seen it.
Nice.
And he thoroughly enjoyed it. So let us know what you think about Prey. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What did you like most about it? And tell me, would you like to see the Predator in other ancient civilizations? Like I said, Zulus,
ninjas.
You said ninjas, both said Spartans, Romans, all that. In fact, there was a guy that I know called James Bush, and he was pushing for. I think he did a little short film, Predator Dark Ages.
Oh, okay.
That would have been really interesting. That would have been really interesting. And he actually did the short of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's now trying to use this film to then promote his.
You know there's a Predator vs Batman on YouTube, right?
Really?
Yeah. So they actually put the funding in to make it a while ago. You know, all these kind of like versus battles. It's quite good actually.
Anyway, guys, leave us a comment down below, please, yeah?